tangy garlic, lime and chili spiked sauce, and that fish is steamed to perfection. This is Thai steamed fish with lime garlic sauce. So steaming fish at home is one of those things that so many people think is really difficult. They need special equipment. Well, I'm going to show you a way that we can get this done in like less than 15 minutes and with no special equipment needed. Just keep watching and wait and see. All right, so first up we want to do our sauce. This is the star of the show here, my friends, and very easy to do. Let's start with the garlic first. Now I'm going to keep these whole because I'm going to use my mortar and pestle here, but you could easily just chop all these ingredients as well. Next thing I need is some coriander root. This part down the bottom here, I want to rough chop on this. Now the actual coriander root and the way we're going to prepare it in this paste makes the sort of flavor of the actual coriander quite mild at the end. If you didn't know it was in there, you might not detect it. So this is a good one to make for people who think they might not like coriander. You can trust me, I promise. Now a little pinch of salt here is going to help everything break down. And I want to pound this to a rough paste. And now my chilies. I've got a mixture of red and green bird's eye chilies here. These are quite fiery. Now you can easily make this mild by just using larger, mild chilies. Now I just like to lightly bruise these. I don't want the chilies to become a paste. I want to be able to see some nice chunky bits of chili in the finished dish. Okay, so this is the sort of texture that you're after here. Put that out into a bowl. And then now we can mix up our sauce. So I want some fish sauce and some chicken stock. Now you could totally use fish stock as well, that would be really good, but I generally have chicken stock in my fridge and not fish. So chicken is perfectly fine to use. And some sugar. It's really important to have this balance of the salty fish sauce, the sugar and the lime juice that's coming a bit later, because that gives us the rounded, beautiful flavor that we get at the end. And then the all-important lime juice. And already this smell just reminds me of home really. Anytime there's garlic and chilies and coriander in the air, I just think of my mum and our kitchen and growing up in a family where you have a beautiful mum that cooks so many beautiful things. You guys would know her as Mama Noi, of course. Now to add a little bit more perfume to the sauce and the fish, I'm going to make myself a little lemongrass trivet here. So grab a hold of your lemongrass and just bruise it with your knife. Now I would say this is an optional here, so you don't have to have this. It is a nice flavor to have though. Just break these apart, spread them out in the bottom of your bowl. This is going to be the bowl that you serve your fish in as well. Now for the fish. So in Thailand, this is a fish that we call Pla Neung, and I think it's probably most similar in flavor to like a barramundi, but any kind of firm white fish is good here. Or you can even use salmon as well, is really great. This actually goes with any kind of good, fish fillet that you've got. Now I want a little bit of salt on here as well, because we're going to steam this fish plain without the sauce first of all. Now for the steaming setup, you want a wok or a large wide pan with some water in it. Make your own little base with some foil, just sort of curl up coil of foil, sit that in the water and then put your fish on top. Now put a lid on, and these fish fillets are really quite thick, so I'm going to give them 5 minutes on their own first of all, and then we're going to add the sauce a little bit later. So I've given these guys 5 minutes and let's have a look. So the fish is almost cooked. What I want to do is now add the sauce, and by keeping this sauce until almost the last minute means we're going to keep those really bright, fresh, beautiful lime flavors without too much bitterness, which you can get if you boil lime juice for too long. I want to turn the heat down a little bit here, put the lid back on, and another about 3 or 4 minutes until that fish is cooked through. So in the meantime, let's get a few pretty garnishes for the end of the dish. I want some lime, some slices of red chili for a little pop of color, and some coriander. Okay, so my kitchen is smelling amazing. Let's have a look at our fish. Gosh, that smells good. So I'm just gonna spoon over some of this sauce on top. I love how saucy this steamed fish gets, just like magic. Now to test if that fish is cooked all the way through, I've got a little trick. So take yourself a metal skewer, insert that through like the thickest part of the fish, and then just touch it to the top of your lip, and if it's warm, it means that the fish is cooked through. If it's still cold, just leave this to steam for another couple of minutes. This one is good to go. Carefully lift that out. Now I just like to make a few little lime twists to go in the center there, and a sprinkling of coriander, a couple of slices of chili. And there you go guys, a steamed fish recipe that is so easy and incredibly tasty. I know already. Made this so many times at home. And you know, it's really hard to overcook the fish when you're steaming it as well. It's a great way to do fish at home. Oh wow. The flavor that you get with that sauce, because of that beautiful balance of spicy, oh, it does have a kick, spicy, garlicky, sweet, and then that tangy lime, just perfect. If you've got any comments or questions, pop them below, and if you enjoyed the video, why not hit that subscribe button plus the little bell one, and that way you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Thanks guys!